Hi, so stay tuned to WION. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Here's a look at what we're tracking on Speed News today. A wave of Russian missile and drone attacks on Kyiv killed at least 5 people. Ukrainian authorities said ballistic and cruise missiles as well as drones were used for these attacks. A residential building in the Podilsky district partially collapsed, while several multi-story buildings in Darnetsia district were damaged, with people feared trapped under the rubble. Explosions were reported across the city as residents took shelter in metro stations. Ukraine struck energy infrastructure near Sevastopol in Russian-annexed Crimea on Monday, causing a city-wide power outage. Writing on Telegram, Moscow-appointed governor said that the attack temporarily cut electricity across the city after what he described as an enemy attack on critical energy facilities. Ukraine has not immediately commented on the reported strike. Ukrainian President Zelensky said that fighting continues over the eastern town of Kostyantynivka, and this amid intensified long-range strikes. Russia earlier claimed its forces had captured the town, which is a key position on routes to logistics hubs in the Donetsk region. However, Kyiv rejected the claim, saying Ukrainian forces are still holding and defending the area. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to begin his 6-day tour of Indonesia, Australia and New Zealand aimed at deepening India's engagement in the Indo-Pacific region with a focus on defence, trade, technology, investment and maritime security. He will begin his visit in Indonesia, where he will hold talks with President Prabowo Subianto as the two countries mark 75 years of diplomatic ties and look to expand their comprehensive strategic partnership. Prime Minister Modi will also meet business leaders and members of the Indian diaspora. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned that Russia is preparing a new large-scale offensive as Kyiv was hit by more than 10 explosions during a massive alert on Monday. Kyiv mayor said that the city came under attack and air defenses were engaged and urged residents to stay in shelters following a Russian glide bomb strike on Zaporizhia that killed a police officer, injured 13 people and destroyed houses as well. Iran is set to stage a massive public funeral procession for former Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei following a 2-day public farewell at Tehran's Grand Musalla complex. His coffin is expected to be transported through the city in a prolonged procession, possibly lasting up to 12 hours. Officials expect that the turnout to draw crowds of similar or greater numbers than the historic 1989 funeral of Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. Thousands gathered at Tehran's Grand Musalla on Sunday, filling the vast complex to pay respects to late Ali Khamenei and 4 members of his family. According to US intelligence, they were killed in Israeli airstrikes on 28th of February. Mourners packed the courtyards in large numbers with chants of "Death to America" and "Death to Israel" that echoed through the venue. Participants even carried red flags that symbolized anger and revenge. Senior Iranian leaders including President Pezeshkian, Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, IRGC Commander Ahmad Wahidi, Quds Force Chief Ismail Khani, Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Chief Justice Ghulam Hussain Mohseni attended the ceremony to pay tributes. However, Iran's Supreme Leader Mujtaba Khamenei was notably absent, while three other sons of Ali Khamenei were present. Israel carried out a new round of strikes in southern Lebanon, targeting the outskirts of Nabatea as many Lebanese residents remain unable to return their houses despite a ceasefire that took effect last month. While efforts indicate no casualties so far, civil defense teams say they have been unable to access the strike site to assess damage or conduct operations. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dismissed claims of tensions with President Trump, saying that the two are aligned 99% of the time and resolve any differences in coordination. In an interview with Fox News earlier, Trump had suggested that joint US-Israeli action on Iran could advance further regional peace deals building on the Abraham Accords. His remarks followed Trump's comments that Netanyahu had requested a White House meet, potentially scheduled for next week. Israeli Prime Minister has claimed that some Christian villages in southern Lebanon have expressed interest in being annexed by Israel, saying residents believe it could offer protection from Hezbollah. However, local officials have rejected the assertion, with Lebanese media quoting a village mayor as describing the claim completely false, saying any suggestion of annexation is out of question. More than 250 residents from South Lebanon's Majdal zone remain unable to return home due to ongoing military operations by Israeli forces in the area. They are reportedly sheltering in an empty school in Tyre, while thousands have gone back to villages across southern Lebanon. Many are still displaced amid continued instability and devastation. Lebanon's Social Affairs Minister even said that around 400,000 people have returned overall, though a significant number still remain displaced. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un oversaw weapons tests on the 5,000-ton destroyer Kyangon, including cruise missile launchers and electronic warfare systems. The vessel had previously partially capsized during its launch ceremony last year before being repaired. According to state media, Kim even ordered the ship to complete its trial phase and enter service within 2 months' time, while reaffirming plans to strengthen North Korea's naval capabilities, including nuclear armed forces and larger warships. Colombian President Gustavo Petro has said that he will deliver a public farewell address on 20th of July, calling on supporters to join nationwide demonstrations and continue pushing social reforms. It was in a post on X that Petro invited citizens to attend the day's events and listen to his final speech as head of state following a public march. He will be stepping down from office early instead of following the tradition of doing so during the inauguration of next President Estrella. The death toll in Venezuela as relief efforts enter their third week has climbed to 3,342. According to numbers released by the Venezuelan Information Ministry, the new tally also puts the number of injured at 16,470, while the number of homeless has risen to 17,345. Both the federal and state governments have now shifted focus from rescue to redevelopment plan, with bulldozers and earth movers being deployed in the region, the state that was the worst hit. Thousands of Kashmiris in the United Kingdom took part in the London Kashmir Million March, moving from Parliament Square to the Pakistani High Commission. They protested alleged human rights violations in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Demonstrators even called for the release of detained political activists, including head of the Joint Awami Action Committee, Shaukat Nawaz Mir, and other local leaders. The march featured pro-freedom slogans and criticism of arrests in this region. Taiwan military has resumed its anti-communist classes for the graduates, which comes in the backdrop of looming threat from China. Taiwan's military has resumed these patriotic classes for its graduates after a 25-year gap. Taiwan's defense ministry said in a statement that the classes for its military academy graduates had been restored due to rising military and infiltration danger from China. Ankara is under heightened security as it prepares to host the NATO leaders summit, with authorities rolling out extensive measures across the Turkish capital. The governor has even introduced special traffic and security restrictions, while around 70,000 personnel are to be deployed. Roads along official motorcade routes have been repaired ahead of the July 7th and 8th meeting, which is expected to be attended by alliance leaders including President Donald Trump. Six people were killed and one injured on Sunday after a multi-story building collapsed in Mumbai's Mankhurd area after heavy rainfall. Maharashtra Minister Girish Mahajan confirmed the incident and said an investigation will be conducted into the construction of the structure. Heavy rain and strong winds have briefly disrupted flight operations at Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, while authorities have ordered the closure of educational institutions as a precautionary measure. A major landslide occurred on the missing link section of Mumbai-Pune Expressway near the Khandala exit in Maharashtra. The Mumbai-bound lane has now been completely closed by the authorities for caution. According to preliminary information, no casualties have been reported on the ground. Efforts are still underway to remove the debris and open the route for commute. According to China's state media, the country grappled with deadly heavy rains in northern region. While tropical storm hit the nation's south, villagers died in a mountain flash flood in the eastern part of the country, while 3 other people died in the same day in neighboring Liaoning province, Fushun city. Also, a heavy rainstorm battered Fushun, while tropical storm Mesak uprooted trees in Dongxing city. A fast-moving wildfire has swept through the forested areas in France, forcing emergency evacuations and drawing a large-scale response from firefighters. Aircraft have been deployed to drop fire retardant as crews work to slow down the advance of the flames. Roughly 10,000 residents have been evacuated while authorities attempt to contain the blaze. At least 5 people have died and 38 others injured after severe flooding struck Ecuador's southern province. The Zamora River overflowed following heavy rains that inundated 3 rural communities near the city of Zamora. Officials said that a child was among the dead and that 10 of the injured were firefighters involved in rescue operations. Around 50 houses were also damaged as emergency crews continued response efforts in the affected area amid ongoing seasonal flooding. Mid-Journey is asking a US court to order the Walt Disney Company, Universal Pictures and Warner Brothers to reveal how they use artificial intelligence as the AI image generation startup defends itself against copyright infringement claims. Mid-Journey argues the studio should disclose internal AI documents saying that this could show the companies also how to train AI models on copyrighted content for tasks such as storyboarding and content development. It was also asked the court to require the disclosure of all prompts used with its AI tools and the resulting images. The studios have called the request a fishing expedition and say that they only want to stop the unauthorized use of their copyrighted characters. The case could set an important precedent for AI training and copyright law as well. AI agents that perform complex tasks can use up to 136.5 times more energy per query than simple question and answer AI, according to a new study by the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. The research is the first to quantify the computing cost, responsive time, energy consumption and data center power demand of AI agents in real-world service environments as well. The findings suggest that the competition in the AI industry would depend not only on model performance but also on the efficiency of data centers and power infrastructure as AI systems become more advanced. OPEC Plus has agreed to raise the August oil production target by 188,000 barrels per day, continuing its gradual unwinding of previous output costs and cuts. The decision reflects the group's confidence in market conditions despite persistent efforts and concerns over global demand and economic growth push. Oil prices edged lower on Monday as traders weighed the prospect of additional supply against easing geopolitical risks. Following the recent Iran-Israel ceasefire, Brent slipped around $72 a barrel and US crude is trading at nearly $69 per barrel as markets assessed whether summer demand would be strong enough to absorb the additional barrels or not without creating a supply glut. Asia-Pacific markets traded mixed as investors assessed OPEC's decision to raise August oil output and monitored the outlook for global growth. Japan's Nikkei 225 edged lower while South Korea's Kospi advanced. Hong Kong's Hang Seng and mainland China markets also gained with investors remaining cautious. Meanwhile, US stock futures ticked higher after the S&P 500 and Nasdaq closed at record highs. Markets also kept a close watch on oil prices, treasury yields and expectations for future Federal Reserve policy as they awaited fresh economic data. South Korea has launched 24-hour trading for the dollar-won pair, marking a major step in its foreign exchange market liberalization drive. The extended trading hours are designed to improve access for global investors, boosting liquidity and align the local FX market with major international financial centers. Officials say that the reform is part of a broader effort to enhance one's global role and attract more foreign capital inflows as well. Market expectations are that they expect short-term volatility but improved price discovery over time as participation deepens across global time zones. Norway have pulled off one of the biggest upsets of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They stunned 5-time champions Brazil by 2-1. to book a historic place in the quarterfinals. Erling Haaland scored twice in the closing stages and Norwegian goalkeeper producing a heroic display, including a first-half penalty save. Neymar's stoppage time penalty proved only a consolation as Norway celebrated a famous victory. Brazil has crashed out, and this is before the last 8 of the first time ever since 1990. Harry Styles played the final night of his Together tour in London on Saturday. The Grammy winner played a 12-night residency at the venue of the run of dates, breaking Coldplay's record at the venue. His sister took to the stage to congratulate him, and he in turn thanked his One Direction bandmates for getting him to where he is. Styles will also take his show to Amsterdam, Mexico City, Sao Paulo and Melbourne as well as Sydney. Will pay 30 show residency at Madison Square Garden this year as well. Indian actor Amir Khan has officially married his partner Gauri Sprat. The couple tied the knot on 5th of July in a private registered ceremony under the Special Marriage Act at Khan's Bandra residence in Mumbai. The intimate gathering was attended only by close family friends. His family members, close friends including Amir Khan's children Ira, Junaid and Azad as well as Sprat's son. Streaming platform C5 has officially announced the release of new Marathi drama film, which is titled Frame, directed by Vikram Patwardhan. The film stars acclaimed director cum actor Nagraj Manjule and Amy Wag. The film is based on two photojournalists who are united by their profession but divided by their beliefs. The movie is set to premiere on 10th of July.